Monica, take it away.
Oh God, I have to start. Oh God. Hello everyone. Welcome to TPK. It's Thursday, I think, and welcome to my game, BravenBloom. And these are very cute ladies that are playing in my game. Uh, and I hope you all enjoy. And I'm very nervous and very scared. Okay, I think although I played in TPK as a player many times, but today I'm DMing this game, BravenBloom, and I think yeah, you know me as Mon Translucent Tiefling, and there are so many names that I have. Yeah, so okay, okay. I think I should start now. So let's start with uh, our like character Ril, who is played by Shweta. Shweta, can you explain how your characters look like?
So I'll be playing Ril, and she is an Asuma. She's very tall and she has like caramel skin, and she's wearing a white. She's wearing white robes with like pink accents on them and gold accents on them, and she carries a shield on her back, which is like brightly uh, like very bright pink, and uh, for now, her wings are hidden away, and she's basically nervously walking up to a Lady Heron's place.
So, as you like reach this place, you see that this place is basically, although people say that it's in Southbreak, but it's basically a little further ahead in a very countryside area of the city, and it's basically over a plateau of sorts, and you can see the rushing wind. You can see the ocean is like making a lot of noise, and you are standing in front of the door, and as you see this big huge entrance, there are like this big two doors that are in front of you, and there is like very intricate detailing and engravings on it. You can see golden engravings of creepers and climbers, and then you see right in the middle there is this gold and silver looking flower right in the middle. And as you look a little closer, because you are standing so close to the door, you realize that this door looks a little rusted, and the silver is basically trying to creep up on the gold. So there is a sense of rot that you see in this door itself, and eventually you knock on the door, and you see this man in a butler uniform standing right in front of you. He's a very old man. He looks grumpy. Uh, and I put the map. I hope you all are able to see it. And Shraddha, can you
Yes.
see the token?
My token, no, I can't see it.
It's around the stairs. Oh, wait, sorry.
Yeah, now I can see it. Yes.
Yeah. So you're standing in front of these stairs, and you see this old man. Let me show you the photo of this old man. So around the right side, you can see his photo.
Okay.
And he looks very old and grumpy, and you can see that although he really takes care of himself, he's like all pristine looking, but you can still like smell that old person smell from him. And there are like all the patches all over his clothes, like it's like these clothes are his favorite, and he's just trying to you know manage to sew them again and again. And he's just like grumpily looking at you and waiting for you to say something to him.
I appreciate his pink eyes. I can I when as the door opens, does the flower stay intact or is it like split in half? The flower at the
Yeah,
center.
so it's like a door like this. So like yeah, the flower split in half, and when you enter the room, you see, oh shit. I sort of deleted the whole map for a while. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, you see this grand hall room, and you see this room is also very pristine. There is like very there is a very sense of like a color system that you can see the gold, silver, and black. It's very prominent to your eyes, and you can see that it's like there are engravings everywhere on the walls, and there is a pristine marble floor. The place looks very clean to your eyes, uh,
Okay. Um,
and yeah.
the engravings are all flowers, like vines and flowers.
Yeah, they are like climbers and creepers. The design is like climbers and creepers, and there are little flowers everywhere. But there is a like sort of similarity to them, that they are like all gold and silver in color.
Rill is going to look at the old man and, not knowing how to behave, she's going to take a slight bow and say, "Hello, I am Rill Tintilla. I received this letter from Lady Herron." And I like show my letter that I got from her.
So he looks at the letter and he looks at you. So you are the one who is late. We told you to come on time, didn't we? And he looks more grumpy now.
I got delayed by things. That
Of course, you adventurers are always
I am
late.
not an adventurer, so please do not say that.
Then why are you here?
Because
You know
I
what?
got
I don't have. Because you have?
this letter. I was invited.
Of course, of course. Lady Herron is very kind. But I'm not. Follow me now. And he like
Right.
tried to stand up straight, but he can't because he's very old. Like you realize that he's in his late 80s or something. He's very old. And he tried to stand up straight, but he can't. And then he like walks like around this like big door. And
Yo, I
eventually you see
love this NPC.
and then you see this like grand hall, a very big ballroom that he takes you to, and you see this like big carpet, and you see there is a stage right in front of there, and you see there are different like big pictures of like it seems like a very nobility sort of pictures are there. And eventually he turns to this door right here. God, he's so small. Yeah, and eventually you enter this room. And when you enter this room, you see these three people are standing or doing something there. So I'm gonna go back to the other place. So Shema, I'm gonna go to you. You suddenly see that the door is open, the butler enter, and suddenly you hear this clank of plate armor,
Mhm.
and you have this like little feeling in your heart that what if it's him. And then you see someone enter, and the armor looks very similar, but then suddenly you see the pink hair, and then you realize, oh no, it's not that person. And you see Rill is entering the room. What are you doing?
Well, so at this point, Kittia is sitting by these other two strange adventurers that seem to be associated with Lady Heron. And her first impression of these two was how strange that they would be so close to her. In what capacity is this relationship? Is it purely just a paid job? Looks at this fey creature. She's never seen someone from the Feyland before. And looks at her curiously, but the other two, as they look at her, they don't see much because while in the token you can see her face, what the other two see right now is an individual with light blue hair tied back and in the front wearing this sort of veil of a greenish tint that has a pattern of flowers in bloom, especially those with multiple thorns. And she looks at this Phelan individual and thinks, I wonder how it feels to be from another world, suddenly appear here. And looks at her wondering, is that cheer in her voice just a pretense for the nervousness as her fingers tap against the edge of the chair? She looks over to the other individual and sees this haughty barbarian, much larger than herself, sees the tension in her muscles each time she flexes with a roaring laugh, and thinks, I wonder how it feels to be so secure in your individuality, so pure in joy and emotion. And while she sits here thinking of this, barely giving in to the discussion, she hears that clank. Now that's a clank she hasn't heard for some time. That's a clank she heard a year ago from a certain person who chose to run away. That's a clank she's looking for right now. She looks up immediately and sees this person just radiant in pink and goes, wow! And that's all. And that's Kittia Gromstorm, my pallid elf rogue.
And you realize that this is not the person, and then the other two also see the same person entering with that grumpy butler. So I say, Maya, introduce your character.
Sorry, I was muted. She so Maya is she's got green skin. She's a half orc, and she has these big tusk teeth that are they kind of, every time she laughs, which is frequently, she laughs with like her mouth fully open, and if you didn't know her, it looks eerily like a predator baring its teeth, but she's actually full of joy. But she also has just a ton of piercings, like everything that could reasonably be pierced on your face is pierced, and it's probably a fair assumption that parts you can't see are also pierced. Like that is a fair assumption. And she has the side of her head is shaved, and she has long hair. Her parents actually are tenant farmers for Lady Herron, so she's gotten the invite to come here today, and she's kind of trying to be on her best behavior because her parents told her to be on her best behavior. What that means to her is to kind of not drink as much as she normally would, and to only eat 3 things of canapes, not 6, and that kind of thing. So she's trying very hard to behave, and she looks over and she thinks she sees an expression across her companions, her new friends' faces, but she can't be sure what that is because she's not super bright. But she definitely sees something, and she looks a little confused in this one, but it's not anything that she lets stick with her. So she goes right back to like, just like flexing, and generally like, oh man, do you think we'll get to meet Lady Herron soon? And that's Maya.
Amazing. And Maya, while you're thinking, you're looking at everyone and you're thinking about everything, you just like this memory is coming back to your head that a mother is like constantly saying, you should just like say hello to Lady Herron, and you should bow. And if your father is like, it's okay, she will do great, don't worry. And your mother is like cribbing again, no, she should respect her. She's very nice lady. You have to, be on your guard in front of her. So you just remember your parents basically tutored you perfectly before you like visited this place. So that is what you're
Amazing.
remembering right now. And now we can go to Ileana. Ileana, you are here. You can see this pristine room, this beautiful library. You can see there is like silver plate and all these crockery in front of you, and you can see like you remember this place from before. You have been here but on different pretenses, and you are just like you just see someone else entering the room with that butler. So explain your character.
I'll explain myself. Um, um, so, hello. Um, uh, my name is Adriana. She has this very bronze, iridescent skin with these antlers that are coming out of her head and these hooves. She has like mischief in her eyes, and like if you see and you see like she is sitting straight, but not in the sense of like, oh, I'm on high alert, but more out of curiosity that, well, Lady Heron has definitely brought some very interesting people around. And she has these sharp nails, like almost like claws. So when you see her tapping, it's just like that very funny thing of like a glint of sunlight sort of comes and you can see how sharp her nails are. And she's sort of like tapping. She has these massive, almost like doe-like eyes, massive, eyelashes. And she's like it's not like she's not flirty because she wants to be, but because it's in her nature. Like she has like almost like 30 parents. So that is how she is, because in Faye, it's like, there is no, like there is monogamy, but she's from a very love is love kind of family. She sort of clocks the nervousness of Maya, and I like she sees her eyeing the canopies, and she also looks at the rogue, kind of sizing her up, and she looks at Rill, and the first thought that goes into her head is like, "Damn, now that's a fit." And she passes, like she sort of like pushes the plate of canopy towards Maya and gives her like a very sweet smile and be like, you have nothing to worry about. Trust me. It's we're gonna be gone, so you should have how much ever you want. And she looks at the butler and go like, do you still have that chocolate I gave you? I gave you a chocolate in the morning and you told me you're gonna eat it. And I don't think you have. So I want an answer right now. I told you I'll keep you full the day.
And he looks at you and he's like, you know what? I don't require your chocolate. Who eats chocolate in the morning? What is this? And he gives
People
back
who
your
like-
chocolate to you.
People who like fun.
Why wouldn't you eat chocolate in the morning?
I
It's
agree.
such a good chocolate. Do you know how hard it is to get these ingredients? I had to almost give up my name. And then they were like, oh, you're fake. You can't do that. And I was like, true.
You know what? Lady Herron can get any ingredient very easily. All right. She's very kind and she knows everything, and she will get your chocolates if she wants to. But you know what? No one eats chocolate in the morning, not even me.
I do sometimes.
You do. So, like, as you say, like, you do, I give you, like, I've given him one, but as you said, like, you do, I give you, like, three. Because I just want someone to eat my chocolates. So I just give you, like, 3 chocolates in your hand and be like,
I
I
take
hope-
them happily.
The butler looks at you, he judges you, and is like, why don't you take mine also? And he did give it to you.
Oh, okay, sure. And I take the 4 chocolates that I am receiving.
I also
And
look at
Maya
the
looks over,
butler.
is like, okay, can I have one?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
And I give, like, the other 2, like, I give, like, 2 to Maya and I give, like, 2 to, like, Keitha. And I, like, tell them, like, keeps you full the
so
whole day.
good.
Don't eat them now.
Oh,
I mean, you can have half of it.
okay.
Would you
Yeah.
prefer that we accompany it with something?
You know what was lovely with a really high-end bourbon. Do we
Oh,
have bourbon?
These adventurers, they show up and they order you around. And he's like, I'll bring your bourbon. And then after that, you're all gonna wait here until I call you. And
By
then
the way, did you take your medicines in the morning? You were supposed to. You have diabetes.
and he looks at you and he hums and he like leaves. And yeah, he's not here for now. He's gone.
Two
Uh,
essence of
Abby,
chaos, giving him chocolate and grief for his diabetes.
yeah. Can I just Will is smiling and she's having fun, but then when he says like adventurer, she turns to the three in the room. Says, "Hi, I'm Rill. I was invited by Lady Herron. Are you adventurers?"
well,
No, my parents just live up the road.
so
What?
you just come here often? Do you just like to hang out at Lady Herod's house?
Don't actually. I was kind of asked to come here, but and she's looking around like very obviously out of her element. We were invited to this I was invited. I'm not entirely sure why. My father and my mother have worked for Lady Heron for all my life, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, I don't know why I'm here. I think she wanted to see my new dress.
That's a lovely dress. I love
Thank
that.
That was
you.
fantastic, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Who's your tailor? Where did you get the fabrics? Oh,
Oh, it was just my mother. Like she got it for me. Do you like my hair? She helped me with my hair too.
do you know what? That braid looks.
Oh,
Oh
thank
my!
you.
That's amazing.
What about you, Liana? And Drill, you mentioned adventurers quite often. Was it something that you heard, and is that why you came here? Did you want to be an adventurer?
Oh, no, the grumpy man keeps calling us adventurer.
Well, that's Liana. What about you? Have you ever been an adventurer before?
Adventurer, it's a very bold choice of word with the things I do. It's more like I'm paying off a debt.
Mm-hmm.
I shall stay mystery. I'm sorry.
And none of you seem, and she looks at both Maya and Ilyana, none of you seem too bothered by being around Lady Hadden too much. Like, you never feel like it might, and even without a very high insight, you'd feel like she's being incredibly superstitious and going like,
Right.
do you not feel like sometimes you do spend too much time here? It's almost like a touch of death.
Well, that's depressing. And Noelle leans back and folds her arms and kind of squints because this is clearly nothing she's ever considered before. Like this is the first time. So she leans back, she's like,
Well, I don't mean to be stereotypical or pass judgment, and I have met Lady Herron quite a couple of times, but of course the word around her family also. Is it nothing that affects your perception of her? I fear that as much as I've spoken to her before, if she were to come here right now, my hand would lean closer to my blade, even though I know she doesn't mean any harm by it.
you seem worried. Sorry, I cut somebody off.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying you seem worried.
Well, there is a tale about her family. Now, I've never myself come down to the mansion, but in Southbridge, they do speak about the Herron's curse. The one affects them, makes it slightly difficult to wish them a long and joyful life. And I know, of course, this is like some curses, I couldn't say most, restricted to her family. Does it not put you at unease, feeling like maybe that could rub off on you? I see, Maya, that family means a lot to you. Do you never feel like you might just take back the curse to them?
I suppose I don't really believe in curses. I had never really thought about it before now. But now that I am thinking about it and making my head hurt a little, although that might be the cannabis, I don't think I believe in curses.
Hmm.
I think I believe in bad luck.
Oh, that's true. I can get with that, but well, I guess sometimes
But
things.
I don't know. I just know when to help my father with the crop and with the sheep. I curses are not something I know anything about.
Well, then I hope that the goddess Ibu continues to favor you, as she seems to do.
Gives me a big smile and her tusks glint.
And as you're talking, you see this grumpy guy. He's like mumbling his words. Why they tell me? Why they order me? Only Lady Herron can order me. No one else can order me. And he's like bringing this bourbon, and you can hear this tray is like like crankling a bit. And Shema, can you show the map on the stream?
Yes.
And you see he enters the room and he like put the tray. He seems very angry, but he put the tray very politely because it's his butler manners. And he said, enjoy your bourbon. Now I have to go prepare for the dinner because this is why you all are invited, and I really care about everything. So you all should stay in this room and this room only. Anywhere else you cannot go. Just stay in this room. And the dinner will be prepared in an hour or so. So wait here, and I should not see you anywhere roaming around in this mansion, okay? And then he leaves. And you see he's still grumping, and then he goes away. And
As he
yeah,
leaves,
there's
I go like, have you guys seen the library? Do you guys want to see the library?
Let's go. That just seemed like a challenge, honestly.
you just realize that this is the library itself.
Oh,
When you look
well,
around.
maybe we could start
I
at another.
the other library, which is also a room. You want to see the room?
And you realize that this is the library that you heard about. There you see there are like this room is very huge, like, and you see there are so many books around you. And you remember that one of the things that actually you wanted to explore here was the library in the mansion of Lady Herron. And you know that there are not many places where you can find this extensive library with so many books.
So then I sort of get up and I smile at everyone and I head to one of the bookshelves. I wonder what kind of books they have. Seems like a very big library.
Well, is there anyone in any book in particular that you're looking for?
Um, one about mountain creatures, maybe. And like I look around for any sort of books that catches my eye. Anything on like peril or any Goliath and stuff like that.
Can you roll investigation, Shweta? Yeah, Ilyana, you were saying.
First roll of the game.
So that's an 18.
Oh, good.
Ooh, wow.
Amazing.
You find a lot of books there, and you find some specific books about the Goliaths that you were looking at, and you see there is one book called Glimpse at Goliath, a study of the culture and tradition, and you see it's a very very rare book, and you heard about it. It's written by a Goliath itself, and it's very difficult to find writings by them. And you during that you also look around and you see there is another book, and there is a book called the Celestial Conquest, and you scroll the pages and you see there are different kind of ASMRs who are like there are picture of these ASMR who are like wielding their sword, and they're conquering different lands, and yeah, you find these books, and you also find one more book called King of the Mountains, which is also about Goliaths and their tribes. So yeah, these are the books that you find there.
When I take a look at the book on the Goliath, the first book that is rare, I look at it and I'm like very excited. And then I find the next book on Celestial Conquest, and you see, like, I look at it and then put it like that, like with a very angry, sort of like annoyed expression on my face. But I do take the two books on the Goliath and sit down to read.
Okay. Yeah, so this is what you find there. And anyone else is looking around, doing something in this room, going somewhere else?
Could I have made a roll for essentially before Rill came of information that I could have looked around while we were waiting for her?
Yeah, definitely. You can make a roll now.
I would like to actually look at two things. One about this festival that we were asked to attend, BravenBloom, more about the information about that. And the second, essentially the continent we're living in, and just like learn a little bit about potential ways people could have gotten out of this continent. Essentially, like looking for a map.
Okay. So make a roll and I'll tell you what books you find.
Awesome. That is. Oh my god, Monica, you're not going to believe this. It's a nat 20.
Okay, you find all the books.
Oh my.
Okay. So basically, you find this. I'll tell you which one you find first. You first find a book called Dumous Divide, A History
Okay.
of War and Peace.
Okay.
And this book is basically written by someone from Southbreak itself, someone from nobility, a very old, you can say a very old duke of some land. And you see different kind of wars that Gromstrom have gone through, and different kind of you see there is a chart, a lineage chart of all the Gromstrom family, and you also see that the book is sort of like kind of updated by the someone in the household itself. So it's like a written book, like someone have written it by hand. And there is a very recent update, and you see the name Neldor Gromstrom, which was supposed to be the king, but there is a question mark like right in front of him, and nothing else. Then you see there is a lot of information about Southbreak, how the whole Gromstrom continent came up, and eventually you see that there are other continents, the information of other continents itself. And then you find this other book called The Dumosian Way of Understanding the Culture and Custom of Unique People.
Okay.
And in that, you find there is a lot of information about different festival, the calendar, the rift itself. There is a lot of information about the rift. You read, there is like a 1-page information about BravenBloom itself, that what BravenBloom is. And you read that it's a festival nobody exactly knows because it's a very old festival. no one exactly knows why it's like a very important festival, but there are different story in different regions. So you see different accounts of different stories. Like there is one account that there was a tyrant who used to rule the whole continent of Gromstorm and the Dumous itself, and then he was killed by a uh, very something very small, but not exact. No one knows what. Some say it was just a flower. Some say it was a very small man. So it's a David and Goliath kind of situation. And you see, that's why people celebrate BravenBloom, and people revere flowers. And suddenly you remember your own customs that you do, that you revere flowers in the day of BravenBloom, so that you can kind of relate. There is altogether a book about a greatness of Gromstorm, so like complete book on the nobility of Gromstorm. So that is what you find, and you also find one very silly book called Tales of Tiny Tabaxi, written by Kit Kat.
Okay. Tales of
So
Tiny
it's
Tobacco.
a book about different adventures in Dumous. And yeah, it's like different kind of funny, scary, brilliant, amazing stories written by Kit Kat.
Amazing. Okay, that's a book I'm going to keep with me. Anytime we need a joke when things get dire, let's go to Kit Kat.
Okay, I have to write jokes. Someone else have to write jokes, I think.
Oh, I can do that. I'd love to make that Kit Kat book.
Amazing.
So this is
I'm
what
so
you all.
invested in this book already.
Yeah, so this is what you find in the library.
Awesome. I'll definitely, before Ril comes over, possibly have told Maya and Ileana about the BravenBloom festival, because I think that's a little bit of why we came together and kind of like discussed this with them, and that's where I made my initial impressions from. So yeah, that's from me. At this point, I'd probably be trying to like peep over Ril's shoulder to see what she's invested in.
Okay. Anyone else is doing anything?
So like I do see Will pick up. So my passive perception is 21. So I do see Will pick up the book about ogres and everything. I see like Pete. Is it okay if I call you Pete? Or do you want me to call you Peter?
You can call me Key, actually.
Key?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see like Key sort of taking interest and telling us about the way. I have opened a packet of dried apricot and I'm sharing it with Maya, and I've poured bourbon for all of us on the table.
Amazing.
And as that is happening, I sort of like look around, but I essentially look around at Key because Key has been very inquisitive a while back. And he's like, so, and I like just sort of like rest my eyes on her for a second before I look at everyone else. So, what brings you guys? It's, I mean, I know, Maya, it's your parents, which is fun. That's fun, I think. I don't know. That was a weird thing to say, man.
No, I don't know if it's fun either.
Yeah, but I'm very, because I think I would know that Maya stayed there since I used to kind of live in the castle. So I'm kind of like know of her, but with Ril and Key, I asked you guys, what brought you guys? Is there information? Is there bringing back the love? What is? I'm curious.
Well, I must confess that apart from the festival itself, I am looking for someone. And of course, knowing my name, it seems like she's kind of slightly self-centered right now. Like, of course you'll know me, okay, sort of way. But like, of course you'd know that the Gromstorm family has had a slight to their name through my dear brother Neldo deciding to, of course, run away and pledge his allegiance, and she whispers under her breath, and I'm pretty sure anybody with a high passive perception, especially you, Ileana, would say, like, to worship a lesser god. But let's just say that Mother has entrusted me to look for him, and would actually like to ask, Bill, may I inquire where you acquired your armor from?
I I've lived with Goliath. They made this for me, and they've taken very good care of me. So they know what I like, and they made this so pretty. And I like pull out my shield and I hold it up in front of everybody. I don't think I've seen a prettier shield in the world.
Such a pretty shield. I love this. I love the whole pink look.
Thank you.
And
I have pink wings too. You can't see them now, but maybe some other time.
you have wings?
Sometimes I do. Yeah.
Whoa!
So,
Okay.
um,
I wanted to ask though, your Goliath family, do they live close by?
They live in the mountains.
Right here?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you for that.
Do you want them to make you an armor?
Well, it's just that, and I think I might be loading too much personal information on y'all, but my brother Nelda had last sighting of him that someone had informed us about, our many well-wishers who would have seen him and been like, oh, we saw the next Duke run away and go up the mountains. Yes, anyway, they did say that he was wearing armor quite similar to yours, and it just
Was
made
it pink?
well, I don't know, because any sort of parchment I've seen with him has had drawings only in black ink. So
It's
I
very
would,
sad when people don't have pink ink. I feel very sorry for those people.
well, I do think pink would look fantastic on him, but and that's exactly how I saw him last time he ran away, pink in face. We were like, "Ooh, yeah, there's a new life in front of me. I can leave responsibilities behind." I'm sorry, I forgot myself.
You seem to have a lot of animosity for your brother Neldon.
Was raised for one purpose. He ran away from his position. Ibu does not bestow you with purpose to have you run away from it to join the purpose of her chaotic daughter. And yeah, very clear this girl is really into religion and superstitions.
ours. And you're allowed to not answer. I don't mean to cry. Are you finding your brother just because your mother told you? Because there is a possibility the world is vast and the experiences are different. Maybe he tried to find what freedom looks like for him. Have you tried freedom? And what it may look like for you?
Is that a chocolate you're offering?
I'll have to make some more, but hey, there's more chocolate, but I like sort of druid craft these like edible flowers. I just gave it to them. Like, so like Rin gets like something very matching to her armor, and Maya gets something like sort of like matching her creed, and like Key gets like Key essentially kind of gets like an edible flower, which also looks kind of like a key. As the
Oh,
name suggests.
that's so pretty.
Yeah, I'll keep you guys fed. You'll have. Don't worry about a thing. But yes, I'm wondering, what's the wildest thing you've done?
Katia takes this moment to this moment of distraction as you hand out the flowers, take this chocolate key from you, and then like look at you for a second and wink and say, "Well, we can start with getting out of here."
Let's go. And we just like run. No, I'm kidding. Just run. No. Yes, I think all of us like that. And yeah, and
What do you say, Maya? Could you handle the old man if he came running after us?
I mean, I'd rather not, but sure.
I'm sure he could be rocked like a lullaby.
I'm
Don't
worried
don't
if I breathe too hard at him, he'll die.
don't
But
worry. He has arthritis. He's not.
yes, let's go. Let's go.
DM, could I try to open the door and even like try to persuade, like, Shrill, come on. Like, do you like being cool? I know you're from the mountains. I'm sure you don't like being cooped up in a room. You could take that book with us.
I suppose we should stick together.
Awesome. Oh, it's not chaos if it's just with one person. And like, Thea's trying to try and open the door and look out to see if anyone's kind of keeping a keen eye on them.
You're on mute.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, you open the door and wow, magically it's not making any noise like those horror movies. It's like well taken care of, and you see outside it's like anything, like anywhere you look around, it's completely empty.
She tends to do that, and she does a lot of what you call it, redecorating. Yes. Have you heard the tale of the Winchester house?
No, I have not.
At this point, I would like to sort of secretly, though, start divine sense to sort of so that lets me detect any hallow spell or know the location of any celestial seen undead within 60 feet, unless they are behind total cover. So I'll just like have that running for now.
Okay. So for now, you don't actually seem to have anything on your radar.
So I start moving through the house. My intention is basically, she called us here and then she sort of talked about the curse and everything. So I am a little suspicious of what they could be hiding in the house.
Okay. So basically, this is the door you all entered from. And there is another door right here. Key, I imagine you are basically looking through this area.
Yes, so I'm going to come over here and just have a look at essentially every entryway, and whether there seems to be any sort of disturbance here. The way that something might be hiding also and watching us.
Okay. So as you look around, you can see like around this area, and you see there is like this ballroom is huge but kind of empty. There is nothing that is kept there except there are different portraits that you can look at of nobility, and you see that there is one door from which you already entered is here from the front area, and when you look up you see that there is like the roof is like very above you, and you realize that there is another floor that is like up there, and you can see the sort of railings of the first floor. So there is no room above this hall, but there are rooms like around it in the first floor, and you can see there is one room right here, there is one door right here in front of you.
And
so, DM, I have a context question. Have the four of us been invited here specifically about Lady Heron to just have like a private audience with her, or are we here as part of like a ball or something else? In which case, it's very unusual that nobody else is here.
So basically, Maya, as much as you know personally, she told your parents that she needs the help in an adventure, and your parents kind of hype you up a lot in front of her. That
Right.
our daughter is so strong. She helps us in the all the work, and she also knows how to fight. So like usual parents, especially the Indian parents,
Sure.
they hype you up
Sure.
in front of others.
Sure.
So they similarly do that. And that's why Lady Heron basically called your parents that
Okay.
can you send her for something that I need. And they were very happy that, oh my God, Lady Heron have something for you
Got
to
it.
work.
So for Maya, it's not a party. It's an
Yeah,
audience with Lady Heron. So
yeah,
it's not weird that there's nobody else here
yeah,
for
it's not
Maya.
weird.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
Also,
Why?
what you might have heard is that there are not many people that work here. Might be because of the curse, might be because of something else, but there are not many people who are like working here. So no, not any other servant other than this grumpy man.
Got it. Got
Got
it.
it.
Thank you.
Could I actually look back at Ilyana and Maya and be like, well, there doesn't seem to be anyone here, but since you've both been here before, there's just been something troubling me ever since I walked in. It has to do with that arsehole in the middle of the main hall. What is that black hole?
I don't actually know. I've never been inside the house this much.
I mean, it's just it's
That.
right in the middle, and I can't stop looking at it. Like, what is it?
Let's go take a look.
Yeah, we could take a look. I'm just
Go,
saying,
let's
I was told it's some kind of an experimental art.
Oh, okay. And
I told you she's constantly redecorating the house, trying to find the cure to the clothes.
I mean,
So
I,
she keeps redecorating.
I feel like the fact that it's in the middle of the carpet is just waiting for someone to fall in. Is it?
Can I throw I essentially would have some trinkets because I was a thief. Can I just I don't know, throw a ring at the at the
Okay.
thing?
So you see, it's like quite far away.
I'll care of it.
Can you roll like range attack weapon if you have any for me?
Amazing.
If you want it to land like between the hole itself.
Sure. Hey, okay, 1 second. I'll just range attacks. Ooh. 1 second. Uh, uh, I have a +4.
Oh my god, I love
Yeah.
that. I love that we're doing a very Regency lady thing of standing around and seeing someone throw something.
It's a 14. No, it's a 15. Yeah.
You see that you throw the ring and it's like it's fall around around this hole, but you see it's not going inside. It looks normal. It's a carpet. Nothing is going anywhere.
Is it
You
just...
guys want to try throwing things? I have more things to throw.
Oh my god.
Actually, I'm a little bothered by what Peter said. That's Peter, right?
Katia.
Kitty said. I was thinking we could. I mean, I know that the old man said that we should stay in this room, but if we could just, if you could lead me to wherever you sense any sort of issues. When you talked about the curse, do you think that came from a place of evil, or was it?
I'm not too sure exactly. I did remember that it has been generational, and Lady Heron is definitely not the first to have it, but she has been the one to live the longest. And Some have said that's strange, but I
Can
don't remember.
interject and say that more than the evil output is more on the lines of unfortunate. For the nature of the curse doesn't seem to truly come from. I mean, it does come from seeking harm to the lineage, but it's also kind of like they were caught in a crossfire. So,
That could be
you
it.
know,
While you all are talking, I would like, especially Ileana and whoever is like around the door, almost outside, to roll a perception check.
my past. Uh,
That's
Oh.
a 10.
Okay.
Nat 20, baby.
Amazing.
Amazing.
You can see everything.
Amazing.
Two
Uh,
nat 20s
I'm a
in season.
good Jewish.
See space and time.
Okay, anyone else is rolling?
I
Okay.
just got a 10.
I think I'm still inside, so I
Yeah.
can't really look at it.
Okay. So, Maya, you look around, you see this is a very pretty place, and it's like it doesn't like do very justice that it's very empty. But you don't see very something wrong with this place. But Ileana, when you look around, you are very perceptive. You are like you have eye on everything, and then suddenly you see the carpet when you were throwing the ring. You see the carpet. There is some writing on it. And do you speak Elvish?
One second. Why do I have so many tabs? Yes, I do. Whoa.
Yeah, and you realize this is a very interesting language that is written there because you know it, and it's like intricately like drawn in patterns in this carpet. At the same time, you also look and you see these portraits around you, and you see there is a very similar kind of face appearing in this like every portrait. You see this portrait, there's a very similar face on it, and then there is this another portrait, there's another similar face on it, and there are similar faces appearing on these portraits. Sometimes they're standing alone, sometimes there are some people with them. And when you look closely, if you go closely to the carpet, you see there is something written on it. I'm gonna make a document visible on the left side for you, for everyone basically, because I don't know how to make it available for only one person. But
If
this
it-
is what is
if it
written there.
helps- If it helps, even Rel speaks Elvish.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I was
you
actually
haven't seen
gonna
it yet.
call.
Okay, okay.
I was actually gonna, as I clock that, I look at Will and be like, hey, you were asking for something weird, something out of place. Right?
Yeah, I
Um,
couldn't hear you.
Oh, I said, hey, you were looking for something out of place, something weird, right?
Yes.
Does this constitute as that? And I sort of like call you towards me, where I see the writing and the portraits.
Elvish on a carpet? Maybe. And like I'm gonna step out and look at and read the writing. Does anyone want to read it out?
If you don't want to, I can like explain it, what is written on it.
I'm so sorry, where is the writing, Abbas?
It's on the
Yeah,
left side.
you have to zoom it.
Oh, it's on there. I'm stupid.
Okay, it's on the left side of the map.
Ileana,
Okay, yeah.
do you want to read it out?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Um, all forgotten in a tyrant of a king, a lone wanderer spread its wing. Welcome a sapling of joy and light in the ugly world that starved to survive. Though the world was in its outmost gloom, the flower was in its peak of bloom. They stepped out to look at the miracle, to see if it dies or just fades. But it stood there shining brightly, spreading its roots, holding the earth tightly. The word spread among the crowd, but someone standing among the shroud. Send the word to King like lightning. Let him know and saw how frightening. The world does now have some hope. The flower made king whose all spoke. It's not the end as thought the king, killing the bird that spread its wing. He declared a war against the flower. He flexed his strength and showed his power. But as the dust settled down, he looked at it with a gasp and frown. The flower was glowing all along. It stood high mighty where it belonged. Through the sharp lightning or the storm, it didn't move, die, or deform. The king got angry and lashed out. He uprooted the flower with a shout, and then he laughed as he thought he had won. He opened his palm to see what he had done. The flower was turning grey and lifeless. Hope now turned into sullen crisis. Suddenly, King felt a bit numb. He saw a thorn stuck on his thumb. The poison coursed its way to his chest as a horde of birds flew down from the west. The king slowly lied down, and as his breath suddenly died down, a song of joy filled surrounding. People raised hands as their hearts pounded. They hugged and loved as the king was born. They praised hero and new song was born. Years passed by and a new tyrant reigned, and people hoped for a hero to come again.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful
Yeah, that's
writing,
amazing.
That was
beautiful
so
reading.
good, dude.
Yeah.
So nice.
Okay,
That
Ken
was
now.
so lovely.
Take the compliment, Monica. Take the compliment.
That was
Say,
amazing.
That was
say
amazing.
thank you. Yes, I have written this.
Thank you. I've written this. Okay.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So
See, you
beautiful.
were in the G at the end of DMG. Like that's what just happened.
Now, can you all roll a history or a religion check if you want? Whoever
Okay.
is like listening to Ileana reading this on the carpet.
History or religion?
I got a 13 on religion.
I'll just roll for it.
I'm not rolling out of character choice, but the player is really invested in finding the lore.
Yeah.
I got
I'm
a
hoping someone gets good.
I got 25 on history.
Amazing.
These guys told me to invest in history, so I was like, yes, I'm going to invest.
I got
Okay.
I got 7. Is that high enough?
So whatever you realize, Ileana, you're like, okay, this is something. It's good. Nice writing. But Keithia, you realize this is the story that you heard when you were a child about the BravenBloom festival. Why everyone reveres the flower so much? Why you even heard that this king and tyrant, because you rolled such a high number, was supposed to be Ketos.
That's a character gasp, okay, because I love this guy. okay.
And you realize that this is what they used to tell you, that when the Ketos was defeated, something very minor, something very small was done by Ebu that changed the fate of every person in this whole world. And because you rolled so high, that's why I'm telling you right now that this story kind of belongs to Ketos. The king, the tyrant, is known as Ketos.
Got it.
And yeah, so this is what you get to know.
I kind of like, as Ileana is reading this, I kind of narrate it along with her as though, like, from memory of having gathered around my family, my true family, and heard them say the story. And then, as if kind of to ward off any bad luck, I just go like praise Ibu, and I go like, it's been many years since I've heard the story of the tyrant king, Ketos, Ibu's son. I guess in a cursed household would be the place where they'd have the writings of the god of the underworld. And she kind of like you can't really see her face under the veil, but even under that, you know that she's giving like this, like not like a slightly like annoyed smirk of sorts, you know, and it's like, but Liana, does this? I know that it has its connotations to the festival, to the BravenBloom, but is there anything else written? Do you see Lady Haddon's household sigil by any chance?
DMG, do I know about any other house that
You realize there is not any sort of house sigil, but there is a lot of imagery of flower, especially the one that you can see on the carpet. It's like half broken sort of flower. But like there, and even around the house, there is this imagery of different kind of flowers, especially gold and silver in color. And but not as such actual emblem of the house. But there is a flower every time Lady Heron uh, is talked about, or there is some kind of invitation or something. There is this flower there.
Rail is going to ask, I forgot the name again. Keita?
Kithiya. You can call me Ki.
Yeah, okay. No, I'll remember that now. He's going to ask, like, so this story, the last line says that a new tyrant came. Is it still Ketos?
Well, I'm not too sure. Actually, Dave, would I know? Is it related to Kitas?
You might have heard from many people that Ketos is there. He's lurking. He's waiting. This is like an ongoing myth about this whole story, that Ketos is basically banished and like he's waiting for his moment to come back.
Got
He's doing everything in his power to do that.
Got it. So I say this to her, like, there are those that would like to go against Ibu's will, those that want to go against life itself, and bring back Ketos here. Release him from the prison that, some say prison, but I'd like to think of it in Ibu's generosity has given him a sanctuary to exhibit his more nefarious ways. So yes, I would think that there are some that says that it is possible to break this hold, to release him from where he is and for him to rule his tyranny over us once more. But those are just words of those that could be optimistic for things only because they have nothing else to do.
And so the story talks about how Ketos destroyed this flower, but all we see in this house are flowers and creeping vines and climbers. And
Yes, the celebration too is kind of, in a way, strengthening that belief in Ibu once more, giving her, I wouldn't say power, but giving our encouragement, our support in being able to maintain this hold over good and evil and just keep it in balance someday.
that makes sense. I recall you looking at the door there. Do you want to head there? I point to the door opposite. I'm not sure how to point.
There's just something about locked doors that just like this makes you want to open it up.
Ileana, you were saying something?
Sorry.
Yeah. Say this ketos is trying to induce a state of ketosis.
He might as well be. I mean, those that worship Ketos have already lost a hold in life. And I mean, she says this in a very very stereotypical way, like she was raised around people that are like complete, Ibu is God, whatever Ibu says is right. And even though there's not really like that sort of clerical worship in her, it's that sort of more of familial belief that she carries.
Sure.
And it's quite misguided out of character, but that's kind of where she's coming from. So even when she's looking at this, it just adds to her perception of like Lady Herron being cursed and having not been appeasing enough to Boo, possibly like someone in her family was probably, so like it's just like you deserve it for not like believing in her enough, sort of way.
So, saying that, I think Maya gets a little like bristly. She's like, who says like kind of a dick? I mean, why would you curse a whole family if someone just didn't?
It's for drama.
I don't know. Maybe I just don't understand.
I mean,
I'm not saying you're a dick, Key. You're not a dick.
I know. I mean, I can't say I haven't, and it's just like she breaks that facade a little. I can't say I haven't been like, it's a little bit extreme, and like a whole family. Like, what do you have against like 50-plus-year-olds?
I mean, Lady Herron's nice. Like she's always been nice. So I don't know. I mean, like, who would keep that grumpy old ass on staff if they weren't nice?
Maybe he was nice once.
As you're saying that, I sort of say under my breath because it's easier to not explain to anyone else, and also of course nobody hears the whole kind of thing. But nobody hears it. I think, yeah. You haven't heard it either. Fantastic.
Yeah, we didn't. I couldn't hear that.
I essentially no, it's all good.
I heard the first half of it and then contextually filled in the second.
Essentially, that nobody else would really seek employment under her because of her.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Oh,
thank you.
Interesting.
Like sort of like, oh, she's so nice, and like that's like a counter I say to my under my breath. Like,
I guess. I don't know. Are people really so worried about the girls?
I drew a drop of purple flower and put it in her head. Yeah.
And she very definitely blushes.
Oh, so sweet. I guess. I mean, it is kind of odd. I mean, the three of us at least have been around here for a couple of hours, and I mean, since Rill has joined us, it's been quite some time as well. But no one's.
Where is she?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that she loves throwing a party, get together of sorts. So it's a little odd that there aren't more people here, and I can't see, apart from the one that Ileana served us, like any of her famous brews.
Should we go to the dining room where the butler said he was setting up?
Oh my god. I'd like get in on the surprise party before they can surprise us. So we are the surprise. Yeah. She just like trails off and like watches and all of you start walking. Yeah, okay. I get that.
Will sort of backs into the library and takes like looks at key, and there's this part of the map that she wants to basically explore, like the two doors leading from the library.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I will help with
this is like one of those instances where you're supposed to roam around, but we refuse to leave.
Yeah.
So as you go back to this room, and Ilyana, while you are walking back, you still look at those portraits with very similar faces, and you feel like you should come back to this place again, and and then you go to this room, and let me. Oh shit! I deleted the map again. I'm so sorry. It's back.
Karina is like, should I go here or should I go here?
Yeah, and you see that there is a one person
Oh
standing
my
in the
god!
kitchen,
There's just
and
someone waiting
like
for us.
you see like she's like cutting stuff and then like putting them in a tray, and then she's very haphazardly doing things that she doesn't even realize that you entered this room, and
Divine
she's just
sense
like,
again.
Sorry?
what?
Divine sense again.
Yeah, okay. So as your divine sense, you don't get any sort of reaction from that divine sense. It doesn't affect your radar, and this lady is like working really hard, and yeah, she just doesn't even realize that you people just entered this room because she's so busy working.
I guess we could leave her to it.
And Maya,
Maya,
apparently you realize that she's someone from village itself, and she talks to your parents every often when she's like around the road or
Aw.
something. So it seems like she works here, and she knows your parents.
So I'll go over and just kind of make small talk, like, "Oh hi, how are you? Are you here for the dinner party?"
Oh my god! Oh Maya, what are you doing here? I was just
Hey, I
cooking
got
for you
invited.
all.
Oh, what are you making? Can I have some?
Oh yes, of course. And then she takes this like whole cookie batter and like put it in front of you. And yeah, this is
Right.
something that is left. I already baked some cookies already, so you can eat that.
I love I love this is so good. Can I have the rest of this?
Yeah, of course. Everything is for you
Because
all only.
and she'll turn around like, "You guys want some?"
I'd
And
love some.
you realize she looks
No, stop
around,
it.
and she looks at you, Maya. She's very happy, but she looks around and she's like a little bit like get very intimidated by all these people in armors, and like and she start cooking again, and she looks at you and she say, you should all leave. If Charles come here and he sees me talking to you all, he's gonna throw a fit. You know how he's like. And
Did I know? Because, since I left her in associate. Do I know?
what did you say?
Do I know her? Like,
You might have seen her before once or twice. You know that she's the only cook that works here. She have no one to help her, and she's the only one who cooks. But then who would cook? Like, there are only two people who lives in this house, so why would they need so many people to cook? So yeah,
What is her name again?
her name.
Oh, we didn't ask. Okay, no, never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, you didn't ask.
Holy shit! I am okay. Given that I already know her, do I know her name?
You know her name is Moon.
Moon. Aww, that's so cute.
I think like a lot with Eliana, she doesn't really have a lot of people to interact with, so she just goes around talking to the staff of the house. Because what else is she supposed to do, man? Like, she's in a castle waiting instructions. So she sort of comes up to the moon, saying, "How are you? How is your child?"
Remember you? I saw you a long time ago. I forgot your name. It was and she like waits for you to tell her your name.
My name is Ilyana. My name is Ilyana.
Oh my god! Oh, it was just like on the tip of my tongue. Oh my god,
Oh my
Ilyana!
God.
Yes, it's you. How are you? It's been so long. I'm so sorry. I forgot your name.
No worries. We met yesterday, but hey, memory is a weird thing,
You
isn't
know,
it?
although I'm just like 30-year-old, my memory is like an old person. What do I say?
Oh, it's
I
just
remember
because
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I see things, and sometimes I feel like I hear things, but then I don't. And I remember things that are not actually true, and don't remember things that are true. It's very complicated, you know.
It's because the news person. I forgot what you call the guy who sort of goes around shouting. The news.
Herald.
Charles.
The
No, no,
Herald.
no.
The Herald.
The Herald. Oh yeah. The
Okay.
Herald has started doing those 7 seconds news. It has really ruined everyone's attention span. So I don't blame you 1 second. But you heard something. Did you hear something interesting recently? Did you see something interesting recently?
Can you roll for persuasion?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Of course. The most my charisma is so high. No, it's not. It's +1. 7.
Wow.
Yeah. So what have you seen? Tell me everything. This person wouldn't know my name.
And then she looks around and she looks at the door and says, "You know what? You should all leave. I'm really scared. Charles will come here and shout at all of us, and
You
then
want
he'll throw a
chocolate?
fit." Huh?
You want chocolate? I made chocolate. You want?
We have a chocolate.
Oh my god.
I also have chocolates and cookies.
It's not a competition. I know.
Oh, it's not a competition. Okay, I would like to try.
Oh my god, Moon is such a moon. It's such a cute.
It's very cute. Yeah. Yeah.
And she takes the chocolate and then oh god, I hope Charles is not here. And then she takes a bite. Wow, you should work here. What am I doing here?
Can I
I'll
like
tell you a
pretend?
secret. I do work here.
You know what? You can roll persuasion again.
Oh wow. Okay. Who knew class solidarity? Uh,
Love it.
9.
Okay.
Oh my
She
god.
looks at you. You know what? It's very tasty, but I think I should go back to work. If you people have anything you want to do, just don't try to, don't touch those things. And you see, there is a lineup of food that is like prepared for the dinner. You feel that, and yeah, just let me do my work. And then she goes back and she like start working on her own thing.
Do you know when the other guests are coming?
I don't think so. I was just told to make food for like 5 to 6 people only. Yeah, so I think it's just you all.
Okay. That seems like we still have some time then. And can I like at this time maybe if Rill is open to it, possibly have moved to one of the other rooms?
Yeah, can I go to the room like to the back of the library?
Like
Uh,
this one here.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, as you all walk towards this hall and Keithia, can you roll a perception check for me?
Yeah.
Or an insight if you want. Like perception or
Perception
insight, anything.
or insight. I'll go to perception. That's not too good. Perception. So that is 13. No,
Okay.
sorry, 12. It's a 12.
Okay. So as you look around, you notice that there is something written on these portraits. One of the portraits that you see, like just adjacent to you, this
Okay.
one. It's written Lady Anesthesia Herron, and there is a man standing behind her. And yeah, you read this nameplate, and that's it. You just like kind of like see it and you go ahead
Okay.
and you enter this room. You see this is a bathhouse. You see there's a very lavish pool right ahead, and then there is this sitting area right here. You see a place to change your clothes, so it's just a bathhouse.
Got it. Got it. Well, I don't think there's too much here. It seems to be mostly a bathhouse, and I think that's late. Is her name actually Anastasia Herron? The current.
No, the lady Heron name is Bella Heron.
Oh yes, Bella
Roll me a
Herron.
history check if you
Oh
want to know.
yes, that
Meanwhile,
is.
I think I call Maya towards the portrait because
Oh,
go ahead, but you did say that I keep noticing, and I told him to get mine. Get the cookie dough with me. I have something interesting to show you.
And Maya will walk over. Are you just where your token is on the map? Or
Yes,
are
sir.
you moving your token?
No, I'm better tokenizing.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I moved it by way. Here we go. Wait, no, hang on a second. I'm sorry, my browser is lagging a little bit. I think I'm up by your token. If you can just let me know.
I think you are near Keithia's token.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and like I am like
Got it.
yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Sorry, my browser is randomly lagging.
Hell yeah.
Okay. What did you roll, Keithia?
Oh, sorry. That's a 12.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. Let me see. Oh, Sag, don't make the DC. You don't remember much. You just know that it's someone like the Anastasia Heron is like kind of an ancestor of Bella Heron,
I
kind of a
think.
great grandmother, and she like the guy behind him might be her husband or something. And yeah, you just remember whatever you can like try to remember. You remember that they had all the ladies in the family were like, this family is a very matriarchal family, so most of the time the ladies were the boss, and but they all had a very difficult life and they try to make a name for themselves, but during this time the curse appeared and it kind of like hampered their life a lot. But yeah, you don't remember much about Lady Anastasia.
Got it. Okay. I look at Jill and like, well, I don't know who she is, but she looks hot.
Yes, sure. Okay, do you want to keep exploring?
Yes, there seems to be 2 other rooms on the other end. Do you want to go there?
Sure.
And
As you go around, you see there are different portraits. All the ladies in the portraits are like very elegant, but they have very similar face. It seems like all the ladies in the Heron family kind of like have like these genes passed on, that like they look all very similar. And you see some portraits are empty, some of the portraits have some people around them. Then there is this one portrait you see around the end, when you are entering this room, this one, you see there is a very similar looking man standing beside Lady Heron. And this is like, it feels quite weird because you have heard that in Lady Heron's family, there are usually the males of the family don't survive their teenage years. And this man, he looks like he's in his 20s, and his
which room is
face,
this? Sorry, dear.
it's in the main hall. It's this portrait.
Oh,
Like
got
when you
it.
are getting into this room, you see this
Got it.
portrait, and you see this man looks very much like the lady, with the similar kind of blonde hair, very similar facial features, look very noble. But there is a sort of like, when you see his face, there is a sort of sadness in his face. And then you read the nameplate of this portrait and you read Lady Bella 20 years and Lady Heath Heron 15 years. So
So
Heath Heron.
Heath, right?
Heath.
Yeah.
I'll type it in our chat.
Eliana, we can't hear you.
Which year was
Can
this?
you hear me now?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
realize like it was almost around 30 years ago the portrait was made.
Yeah. So, sorry, Juliana, what were you saying?
Ileana is like
Oh,
getting
she's
geared up.
yeah, swapping mics.
I guess I tell Rill in this time. It's a little odd, isn't it? How it's just they all look so similar. Everyone in the Herron family basically
I'll go.
looks like the same person.
Um,
The women?
hmm And even this man here, Keith, all of them look so much alike. It's almost like it's the same person, just changing how they're looking and coming back.
can I insight check?
Yeah, you can. Anyone
Hey,
want
we
to
can hear
do a
you.
history roll or an insight check can do?
My mic was shit, so here's a chonky boy.
Yay!
Amazing.
Good job.
17 on history.
Good
Hey,
job.
I got a 25, I think, on insight.
Oh
Amazing.
God, oh God, low dump, low dump.
Fuck yeah. Woo.
Amazing.
So you look around and you realize there is something very odd with these portrait. The thing that Key basically mentioned just now. Everyone kind of look very similar. When you look around the portrait, you look at the first portrait of like Agatha Herron, that the first lady who started this all, the brewery and all, who created this Herron family business. You see, she looks very disheveled. Her clothes are not very high noble type esque, but she is like very stern or stern looking. And then you go to the next portrait, you see Lady Anastasia. You realize that you might have read about Lady Herron and her family before coming to this place, so you might have wanted to know more about the curse. So you realize that there were many ladies in the house, and you realize that they almost live up to like their 50s, but the men usually die in their teenagers. And even anyone who try to marry in this family, they also die in like 2-3 years. And you realize that there is this one guy behind Lady Anastasia. Seems like his used to be husband who also might have died. And then you see there is this one portrait where there is this one young man that is standing like right behind. And Ileana, you realize that this man seems like awfully similar to the grumpy old man, but his younger version.
Wait. Oh, can you like sort of go back? Where do I see this man standing next to whom?
So one of the portrait you see of one of the Lady Herons, like mother, you see that this guy looks very, young man standing right behind the lady, and he awfully looks very similar to the butler, the grumpy butler, but his
Oh.
younger version.
Look, this is the same guy, guys, and he's smiling. And he doesn't seem to have arthritis. He's standing straight.
Liana,
He's been with the family for like ever.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
you
they
see the
must-
next portrait, and that guy is there also. He's
oh my
standing
god.
behind. He's stern, but he's in like his middle ages. Like he's 30-35-year-old, and he's standing proudly behind Lady Herron in the background again.
I have a question.
Yeah,
When I see these pictures, right?
yeah.
What I essentially want to know is, do I know or do I have an inkling? I think that's a better way to word it, since they all tend to die quickly. Do I have like an inkling that all of this happened in a normal lifespan? Or do I get the inkling that it's like one of those elven things of like 200, like at 200 middle age, at 400 fucking.
So they all basically are humans. You realize, even though this South Break is full of elves, it's a very elven country and city, the Gromstrom is. But this family is human. Most of the people that you see are basically human. Even Lady Herron is a human. Charles also is a human, and you realize that he was standing behind. Like when you read the nameplates, you realize okay, he was standing behind Lady Herron's grandmother. Now he's standing behind his mother, her mother, and now in the last portrait you see he's also standing behind, very old, behind his like the Bella Herron itself, where there is like one man also standing who is like looks like in his 20s, and he is the only guy who seems to, I think, like battling this Heron curse and still alive in this family.
Oh.
Like Maya will sort of say out loud, like, well, if anybody knows family secrets and whether it's a curse or bad luck, it would probably be him.
Do you think I look at Keithia and I say, is the curse that the men die early, or is it that Heron lives forever as a
That, I mean,
creature?
I could say that I have heard both versions of it. That, some speculate that the Lady Heron that we see right now is the same Lady Heron that's always been there. Others say that she kills all the men in her family, replacing them constantly. And most of these sound really wild. Okay, like when she's like, at one point they say that Lady Heron at night sprouts out tentacles and goes and attacks them. Okay,
I don't know about tentacles, but I read about vampires once.
oh,
As you guys are saying that, I kind of like turn at you all and say, she had every reason to kill me, but she didn't. I don't know what you would take from that, but I would say take these rumors with a grain of salt.
Of course, I mean, I doubt she's sprouting tentacles and all of that.
Dude, there are so many tentacles. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So on that insight, I essentially came to know that this butler has been through 3 generations. Correct?
Yeah. Yes.
So wait.
And it looks like he's been aging normally, like at an expected rate.
I think
Is that right?
I think it's because this is not direct lineage. Like he had, other than serving the person in question, I do not think he had any other kind of relationship with any of these women, hopefully. I make like a little bit of a face, like, oh God, I don't want to hear any thumping sounds. So, so I I love Shweta's expression to that. So, yeah, so I think maybe, and this is a speculation, but there's a high possibility that I think if you are in some sort of a relationship, either physically or emotionally, like more connected than just that of a servant and a master, I think you're okay, because I think I should have started dying also. And I can assure you, I haven't had sex with her. I think. So.
You think? I mean, I don't think it's good that you don't know. If you think, maybe not.
Listen, I had a lot of mushrooms. Okay. I was found in a lake.
In a lake? Can you swim?
I cannot be held responsible for my actions.
How long have you been here, though?
How long have I been here, DMG?
Okay. So yeah, this is the information that you get to know.
How
And
long has Ileana been here?
Yeah.
Ileana, you might have known Lady Heron for like past 1 year or 2 years. You also remember your wife mentioning Lady Heron long time back, like 4 or 5 years ago, when she was alive. And she used to say, yeah, I used to bake at this house. I used to work as a servant, but I left for some reason, but she never told you why. Every time you try to bring the topic, she's like, well, we'll talk about it later, something like that. So yeah, you know about Lady Heron from like past 5-6 years, and you have known her personally from like past 1-2 years. So yeah.
I get sad eyes, and then I'll sort of look down. I take a breath, and I'm like, yeah, it has been 1 or 2 years. Yeah.
I'm so, could I does Ileana make any sign of possibly having a crush on Lady Heron?
If you rolled a nat 1, yes.
Maybe, okay.
100% yes.
And have you seen? Well, do you want to check these two rooms first? I still find it a little odd that she hasn't come to call upon us. I'm sure the butler does not mean her harm or any version of her harm, but
His legs will give out, dude. I don't think he can do much.
what's in the room in front of us, dear? And I look at Maya also. Have you ever heard about it? Has your parents ever said anything about Lady Heron? She never grows old, eh? Or things like that.
Oh, there's just they feel really bad for her. They feel really bad that people say all this curse stuff about her. They feel really bad that people badmouth her.
Oh, I apologize then. I didn't mean to.
Oh, I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's my dad's boss. I care a little, but my dad's boss.
Got it.
So as you enter this room, you see this is this is the dining hall. It seems empty, but you see that some of the food is already brought in here. And you suddenly see Moon kind of walking toward this room, and she have a tray of cake on her hand, and she's like, oh, you already saw the dining room. I think you should go away. If Charles see you before the dinner, he'll just gonna throw a fit, and he doesn't like if something is not prepared and people are there, and she just go here and she puts the cake on the table, and she tells you to leave.
But can we taste it? I'll talk to Charles. Can we taste it?
Oh God, you should leave. You should leave. He'll kill me. You should leave. I mean, he won't kill me. He's very old. He won't kill me. But he screams a lot. I feel.
This one time I saw him walking, and then he had to take a breath, and then he had to start walking again. It was so funny. Oh my God.
My God, Ileana is so mean to Charles.
You're very funny. You can persuade her again, Ileana, if you want to.
Okay.
That will be the running joke of this game.
I will absolutely help.
Okay.
Can I give her advantage by saying that I am?
Okay.
Oh, come on, Moon, please.
Please.
Okay, roll with advantage.
Okay, I got a 19. I'm just trying to see if I crit now.
Okay.
Hell yes.
I didn't crit, but I got a 19, so that's a 20. Please.
You're so good at baking. You could just cover it up.
Yeah.
She
I make some edible flowers, and I'm like, just cover the take the piece.
and you see she walks close, and she, I really don't like to gossip. I don't gossip at all. But
Do tell me.
Every time I walk around this house, I have this feeling of anxiety all the time, and I've seen people like Lady Heron move from one place to another, but she never talks to me. I don't know why. I just had like one or two conversations with her. Like I'm working here from like past 5 years, but I've seen her like twice. And you know, her
Twice.
daughter, she talks about all the time. Like I heard like the butler tells me that how much she talks about her daughter, but I haven't seen her. Like her room is always locked. And her brother, I heard long time back that he they had a fight and he left and he never came back. Some people say he died because you know the curse and all, the family, you know. But it's very odd to work here for this family. But you know, I don't gossip at all. And I would like to tell you that I'm not a gossip queen, not at all.
I am. Okay, I have a question. Um, when she talks about her daughter, right? Does she talk as if she's still living in the house, like in present tense?
Oh no, she says that she sent her daughter to somewhere called Heavelon, because she was very scared of like this curse and thing, and she thought why not send her away, uh, because this cursed house might take her away from her, something like that.
That, yeah. I know you don't like to gossip, but you can tell me anything, anytime.
Of
Like,
course.
did you know your neighbor, right, Samantha? Well, I saw her sleeping with the priest.
Oh my god, did you? Oh
Yeah,
my god.
Scandalous.
like
I always knew that like priest was up to something.
yeah, didn't you see him like making eyes at her during a sermon? I mean, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, right? And I was like, this priest is up to something. And she looks around and she said, "Oh my God, it's almost dinner time. You know what? We'll talk about this sometime soon.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
you
And
meet me in the tavern.
my
You know,
face.
whenever you're."
Yes, we all will meet you in the tavern. I have so much gossip. Oh my God, you're not gonna believe it. I know you're
Oh,
not a gossip person. Unless you don't want to
yeah.
know, it's fine by
No,
me.
no, no. It's okay. I don't gossip around, but with you, you are
Ah,
amazing person. So you know.
okay.
But I have to go. Thank you so much for telling me that
Before
thing
you
about
go, before you
priest.
go,
You know, he was looking at me also. Hmm.
Yeah. What is he
I'll
like, 78? Like, how does he, I don't want to even get into the logistics of it.
I don't know. He's weird.
Yeah, it's, you take care of your kid, okay? And like,
Of course, of course.
yeah, I gave him I just like give her like one of the card thingy. I just have like fucking there. It's like a gift. Like, I
Oh,
think
thank
he
you
will
so
enjoy.
much.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
it screams when it moves, but that's fun.
Okay, I understand. You know, these magical items, you know, I understand. And she's like, she runs away towards the kitchen and yeah, she's gone.
she's seen her only twice?
The priest is sleeping with Samantha.
Who is Samantha?
Oh, you have no idea.
The priest is sleeping with.
Oh, right,
Maybe.
right.
I think Priest is sleeping with a lot of people. Why do they even find him hot? He's old.
I think.
Bro, he looks pretty good in that black thing.
Yeah, it's a salt and pepper hair that really attracts them. You know?
Oh my god.
He makes them see God.
Listen, I just feel bad for Samantha. Samantha's partner. Okay, I'm just saying.
Samantha has a partner and she's with the priest.
And they're
Oh,
monogamous. Okay, this is
yeah.
okay. Now this is what the campaign is about. DM, sorry.
Trying to
It's
save
okay.
Samantha's partner.
I'm sorry.
Uh, yeah. So, what do you do now?
Hmm.
Explore more rooms. Like, do you want to go to the first floor or?
Yeah, Ileana, do you know how many times have you seen Lady Heron? If the cook's only seen her twice.
I think I've seen her. I think I've had quite a bit of conversations with her, if I'm not wrong, because the circumstances we met were different. My eyes go wide.
Well, then
They were
that's
Can
different,
can I
haunting.
sort of look at like judge if what she's saying is true, and like is she putting on a little bit?
You can
Yeah.
roll a inside.
That is a 13.
Yeah, I'm telling you the truth, but you also notice something that I'm not telling you. Like you see like a deep sadness.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. Drill, you said to let us know if we found something suspicious. The food on the table, does it look all right to you?
Uh, I look at like I take a round around the table and inspect the food.
Yeah, it seems like cooked recently, quite fresh.
Okay. Looks fine, I think.
Okay.
But the food isn't the concern. Mm, I just came here because Lady Heron called me. I'm not an adventurer or anything like that. I just help people. But if we can help Lady Heron in any way, then I guess we should sit and wait for her, maybe.
Ileana, Maya, have you ever gone to Lady Heron's room? Do you know where it might be?
No, I've never been inside the house this much, but while we're waiting for her, why don't we go check out this room?
Yeah.
Maybe
Uh,
that's her bedroom.
okay. So when you enter this room, you see there's like this sort of armory. There are different kind of armor inside the glass. You see there are different kind of weapons around,
Ooh.
and as you look closely, you see they don't seem very pristine. They look very old. There are some sort of you look closely. You see
Maya's
there's some.
into this room. She's she's been just kind of absently following you guys around like the last while, but as soon as you enter this room, like her eyes kind of light up and she's like visibly excited.
Okay. Can you
Amazing.
roll a nat 20? Nat 20.
Like
Can you
most certainly
roll
try to
a
roll
D20 for
Okay.
me? D20 for
So,
me.
sure.
Do they look
Uh,
like
That's a 14.
14. Okay, you don't actually see, like, you see the armors and these weapons. They are inside these glass case. You don't find anything special. You realize these armors and weapons are very old. They look, some of them a little bit newer than the other, but they look very old. And as you closely inspect, Maya, you realize that there is a sort of um, rot and rust over these weapons. It's like they are not cleaned properly, and there is a silver sort of silver and gray rot over these armors and weapons.
Maya will say out loud, like, these are not being cared for like they should.
they might be antiques or something?
You can have antique weapons and take care of them. You just take care of them differently than ones you use.
I
These
suppose.
these are these are not just disused, these are ignored.
I mean, I guess it's up to the butler to clean them, and he seems a bit busy.
I guess. And you can see Maya's actually like kind of disappointed. Like this is actually kind of fucking with her a little. Ah, like this is vaguely unsettling for her.
Can I take a peek outside to see if the butler is anywhere nearby?
Uh, where are you looking from? This
From
area or
yeah,
this
No,
This
the
area?
first one, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Um, you see around, you look around, and you see that the butler is basically coming down from these stairs,
Uh,
and he moved towards the kitchen basically.
I think it's time to go back to the room. I saw the arthritis guy climb down the stairs.
We should go. We should go. Do I need to put a pass without trace? Yeah. We were exercising. We were stretching so that, we could perform well. Yeah, we love adventuring. And what what part of adventuring do we like, everyone?
The running part.
The walking into the tavern part.
And when
What?
you are talking about all these things, suddenly you see he enters the room from here. Say,
Divine
well,
sense
as you throw like the devices, you don't feel anything
from this
weird.
guy. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just look at him and he looks old. That's it. He's like,
Okay.
well, uh, Lady Heron is ready now. You all can move to the dining hall. I'll walk you there. You might not know where it is. And he
Oh,
start walking
yes, we have
towards.
absolutely no I there's a dining hall.
Of course, there is a dining hall, Ileana. You have been here for past 2 years. You have eaten with Lady Heron once. How do you not know? Are you joking with me?
Of course, I'm trying to make you laugh, you old man.
Then you will fail miserably. Now follow me.
We
And
shall see.
Maya follows and she's like, man, I can't wait to have more of that cake.
I'd like to imagine he's trying his best to go fast, but we would like the NPC thing of like you're trying to follow a character, but the character is slow, so you would go ahead and then you come back
Oh my
because you're
god,
trying to
yes, they
follow the
move at
character.
half speed. And they always move at half speed.
So that's what all of us are doing. We would be like, because we know where the dining hall is. So
And,
yeah, we would like go ahead and then we see he's back and then we would all come back.
as you people enter, it
One
kind of
last,
surprise you.
one last divine sense.
Uh, when you divine sense, let me tell you it completely. You enter the room and you see this lady. I'm gonna unlock the photo. It's on the right side. You can see her, and she's sitting there. Something that put you off a bit is that you were just in this room 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, or whatever, and she was not there. And she's here, and you have seen Charles walking down the stairs, but she was not there, and she's just here.
It would be
And
very funny. I was sad.
and Ril, you enter the room and you sit down, and you find this a sense of like rotting uh, energy, a sort of very bad smell that is coming towards from Lady Heron. But she doesn't seem dead or undead. She seems a human only. But there is a sort of something latching to her, and you feel like, what if, like you kind of get this sense, what if it's that curse that is affecting her or something? But she doesn't seem undead to you. She seems a little, you know, rotten. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
It's my pleasure to see you. Uh, I'm so sorry. Uh, and you see, she puts her hands ahead, and they are like basically, she's like basically uh, trembling, and she takes the flower. So glad to see you again. It's been so long. You have grown so much. I have seen you. I remember. I've seen you in the halls of the Duke. How's your brother?
Oh,
What 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 happened to Neldor, the young Neldor? I've seen him in the halls also. He was uh, he was so prideful. The child was seemed very honorable and prideful. What happened to him? Oh, Evu, have mercy on us. Uh, oh, I'm not, my health started deteriorating from past years. I don't have much information about the outside. I don't get, much time. I, I feel I am withering away every day. So, uh, I am really sorry. I didn't know about this. Uh, Ileana, you're also here. It's been so long. I saw you. And she
Yes.
looks at you with a smile.
I open my herbalism kit, and I usually, like, whenever I meet her, like, with whatever knowledge I have, I try to, like, ease her pain. I would say, not try to heal her. So I would always have these tinctures, these homemade tinctures, and I kind of it is this yeah, yeah, it's actually morphine. And
Oh, God.
I uh I remove, and I am like, I got your favorite thing.
Oh, you are so nice, Ileana. Thank you so much. And Charles, will you please put that in my drink? And Charles is like, he looks at you grumpily. He doesn't like this, but he knows you have to do whatever the lady says, and he go towards you, and he takes the bottles, and then he goes, and then he pour the bottle in the wine glass.
Now
Ah,
careful. Don't drink it all at once. You know how tipsy you get.
of course, of course. I'm just, uh, you know, you. It's so good to see so many people at once. It's been so long. I've seen many people faces, and especially the people I know. Maya, oh God, you have grown also. It's been so long. How are your parents?
So
I haven't seen them.
everybody is like familiar and friendly and everything else. As soon as Maya is addressed, she kind of stands to this weird, stiff attention and is like, Lady Herron. And starts talking this very like practiced voice that obviously her parents have told her to say. Like,
I
Lady
give
Herron,
I
I
give her
thank you
guidance.
for your kind invitation for dinner tonight. And I hope that I can help you with whatever it is that you need help with. I am strong and capable of doing anything. Anything.
Um, I whisper to Maya, "You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing fantastic."
Oh my god, thank you. And she looks very embarrassed and sits down and looks at her plate.
It's so good to hear you, Maya. Your parents talk about you all the time, every time. It's like I see them and they talk about how many things you do, how you help them, how you're so strong. And I thought that you are the only one who can help me. And she looks at
Maya
Rill.
you've never seen a green skinned person blush, but Maya is turning bright red.
Aw.
And then she looks at Rill and she said, Rill, I've heard so much about you and your humanitarian ways. Uh, it's so good to meet you. And I really thought that you can help me. And it's so good to see you in person. Um,
What
how
help
are
do
you?
you what help do you need exactly? And I'm going to reach out to hold her hand. Can I like check her pulse or something like that while I do that
Uh,
to
are you
understand the source of the rot?
you are sitting like quite away from her.
I'll
Uh,
move ahead so that I can do that.
okay, as you touch her, you don't get to know more than what you already did before. Um, it's just like she looks very ill to you. Like when you sometimes, because you have these experiences with people treating people who are very unhealthy and all, you just realize that she seems very unhealthy. It's like her body is sort of like giving away, um, like kind of deteriorating, and she looks, although she is in her 50s, and from her face she looks very young, but the way her body is trembling, it seems like an old person. And you feel that her body is sort of like giving away and closing down or something. You feel that.
Okay. Um, what sort of help do you need?
Well, thank you for bringing us to the actual topic. The reason I called you here is very close to my heart. It's you might have heard about the Herron curse. It's not a secret from anyone, and I don't want you all to, treat me like a normal person, because you know that this curse is real, and I just want to tell you that so do I. This curse is real, and I just want you all to help me in that.
Find the cure for the curse?
Indeed, Rel, indeed, the cure. But you don't need to find it because I know where it is. My whole life, I I just did this only. I did uh, all kind of research to find the cure for this curse, and now I did found it. But I'm withering away. I'm dying, and I don't want the same fate to fall upon my daughter, Annie.
Could I sort of hold her wrist and check the pulse, like I said earlier, and also like maybe do like a medicine check or something to identify. And while I'm doing that, I will tell her, your body does seem to be deteriorating. If this is a curse, maybe I can help you.
I give advantage to Rill.
Okay. You can roll a medicine check. She looks at you, Rel, and she smiles. I know you want to help me, and I know how you can do that. And I'll tell you. You just have to go somewhere and you just have to fetch something for me.
17 on medicine.
As you do the medicine check, you realize that physically her body is sort of shutting down, that you already know, but you can't find the reason. You just cannot, by checking her pulse, by looking at her, by your divine sense, you just can't find the reason. You just see that her body is sort of rotting from inside. You kind of sort of feel that whatever, it's something magical. It's
Okay.
not very physical.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So
Let
where
me
do
come.
you want us to go? Sorry, you're going.
This is what I was saying. Let me come to the point because I don't know how long I can talk to you. These talks, even they drain away my energy so much. But you just have to go uh, to a place where you can find a flower that can help me to create a medicine that will remove this curse. You have to go south from here, south of the South Break, towards the sea, and you have to find an island of the elder gods. And in that island, there is a very ancient temple. Many people go to that island and they never find it, but I definitely know that you all will because I believe in you and I trust you. You have to go to the temple of the elder god and you have to bring the flower of the BravenBloom that is blooming there. Bring that flower to me, and I will be always grateful to you all.
And this flower, how does it look exactly?
You'll reach the place you'll know.
Just it.
I sort of like, as I see her sort of like struggling to speak, so to speak, I give her like, I just like keep my like hand on her shoulder and give her guidance. Like I know she doesn't need it, but like, like in the sense
Yeah.
of solidarity and like just to ease her a little bit.
She sort of look. Let me roll something because I haven't rolled anything. Something.
First roll through the DM.
Okay. She do feel a sort of like you feel that she feels she smiles and she looks at you all.
Hmm.
I don't know who is my guardian among you all four, but thank you so much. And yeah, she realized that you kind of gave her the guidance, but she doesn't know that it's you, Ileana. And she looks at you all and she says, "Let me tell you, other than my gratefulness, what all you will get. I'll pay you each 1,500 gold and some shares in my brewery." And she looks at you, Ileana, and all the mistakes that have been committed will be forgiven also. And
Will you also
go
give
there.
me the information I require, the name of the person?
If I get well, then I'll give I'll do my best. It will be my first priority to get you your information, Ileana.
I
I respect that.
look over to Ileana and I'm out. Your wife?
Wait, do you guys know about my wife?
I think you mentioned it before about your
I
wife.
think that was Monica.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I mentioned it as a DM to her.
Okay. My
She
bad.
was sad all the time throughout that. You just realized that she's sad.
Okay. Oh. Sorry. Go ahead.
Can I keep the books I asked her? Like these two books, can I keep them with me?
Of course, definitely. You know, these libraries, these grand halls, they are nothing to me now. And if they can help anyone else, then definitely you can keep the book. You can
I
keep as many books as you want.
I have a question. A lot of I was just noticing a lot of the portraits here. And, I will have to say, I think you looked absolutely beautiful when you were young, and I think you still look incredibly beautiful, no matter how your health is deteriorating. But I noticed that a lot of them looked very similar to you. Is there a reason for that?
Oh, I think it's just like this curse pass on all of us. Our
Hmm.
family, heredity, our genes also pass on all of us. Similar to that.
Right. All right. I hope you're enjoying your wine.
Of course, I am. And she takes a sip and she smiles at you. I don't feel really good anymore. I think I should go to my room now. She looks at Charles and she says, uh, Charles, have you prepared the rooms? And he kind of nods. You all can wait here tonight, and on the first light of the morning, you all can leave for your journey. And remember one thing that is very important. You know, BravenBloom Eve is tomorrow, and you have to reach before the midnight.
Oh,
So,
okay. Should we head out now then?
the ships are not ready. The water is not very safe to tread on night. And many people are not ready to go to that island, especially around the night. So, first light of the morning, you all can leave. Charles can show you the room. You all can stay there. Don't worry, it's not very far away. It's just the sea is treacherous. That's all.
Throughout
And
this whole talk, could I give an insight check to see whether she seemed to be hiding or withholding any information?
okay, you can roll an insight, of course.
Hmm. Insight. Oh, my insight's not the best. Wait, what do I have advantage on? Design. That is a 19.
Okay. You realize that there is not any sort of lie. Whatever she's saying is truth. But one thing that you realize that whenever she speaks, she decides what to speak very carefully. Her words are very, she knows what to say when she have to say it. But it doesn't seem like she's lying.
Got it.
Very calculative when speaking.
Got it. And I make note of this and watch her as she goes up to her room and see if Charles the butler starts to give any sort of indication of either a hidden smile, or turning back to look at us with either a stern look or like ha ha ha, you're going to your doom, like any quick change your face essentially.
When you look, when Lady Herron said take them to their room, he looks very grumpy and he looks towards you in the same grumpiness. And you kind of get this feeling that he sort of doesn't trust any one of you, and he believes that you all will fail your mission because you are very untrustworthy. Especially when he looks at Ileana, he knows Ileana and he just doesn't trust her at all, and he just hums and he doesn't help Lady Herron. Lady Herron is sitting there and he tells you all to follow him.
Okay.
I can take them to the rooms.
You don't know which room I'm taking you all to.
I can check all of them.
No, you can't. You will check the rooms in the house. What is this behavior, Ileana? I have told you many times I should be polite. Lady Herron says I should be polite.
Not just polite, you're old, you'll have a heart attack. You should not scream.
You know what? I will definitely have a heart attack if you don't follow me right now.
As they walk to the room, Maya says, mostly to herself, but I think everybody can hear, 1,500 would go a very long way. Could probably buy out my father's contract with that money.
And then what will you do once you buy out the contract?
Sorry?
What will
And
you
she
do?
didn't realize that you heard her. It's like, I don't know, whatever he wants, right?
Whatever I want? Well, there's a
No,
forest.
I mean, if he's buying out his contract, then he can do whatever he wants. Isn't that how it works?
So do you not want to, after you buy out his contract, do you not want to go on a journey of your own? There is this forest
I
I've
mean,
been meaning to
I don't
check out.
know. And I haven't thought that far ahead, honestly.
I'm just saying, offers on the table. There's a beautiful forest we could go to.
And you hear
He
something.
kind of like blushes at that. He's like, we could go to a forest together.
And you hear something in the background. Are you even coming or not?
No, we're coming. Oh my god, he's gonna die on the way to the rooms, guys. We need to go.
You just pick him.
And you look at him, he's like basically walking upstairs, and you like reach upstairs, and
do
you
the
see he
entry
takes
walk.
Charles,
you
you could just point us to where we need to go. You don't need to escort us.
like you can reach around on the first floor area. I'll just open some things for you on the map. And you see from the railings you see downstairs, you see this is the ballroom and the stairs all. And you eventually he walks around and take you to this one big room. Let me put you all in the. And he
Ooh,
walks
slumber
here.
party. Slumber party.
And he walks you all there, and he takes you to this room.
A reference only Shema will understand. Non-sexual, totally platonic sleepover party.
Adult sleepovers.
Adult sleepover.
And you see the butler says, this is the servant hall, but as you can see, we don't have any servants, so you can all stay here for the night. And in the first light of the morning, you all can come here. You all can come downstairs, and you all can go to your so-called journey that Lady Herron believes you will all, finish and come back and bring her the flower. And I hope you do, but.
Will you be sleeping with us?
No, I have my own separate room. And he just like walks away and leaves.
I love Liliana. Sorry.
That's not why.
And as you all wait here and you all just decide to, some of you might decide to sleep, some of you might decide to do something else, but that is for the next session. This is where we end for today.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Lovely
so
session.
dope.
Monica, your voices, your affectations are
I swear.
So good, man.
so
I'm
transporting.
so into Charles. Like I would die for Charles. Like
Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, I made the maps.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Until
wanted
the
to
Oh,
kind
you
of-
know.
Love
all
You
the
make the
maps.
characters as well?
The character art as well, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I made the
So
maps
cool.
and the poem and the characters.
oh, fantastic, man. That's so cool.
So good.
So talented,
good.
dude.
I
So
swear.
talented.
I love everything from scratch is yours. It's amazing.
You
That's
gotta like
wild.
lend
That
us your
is
skills,
wild.
man. It's so cool.
I hope you all enjoyed
So
today.
good.
And
Yes.
Oh,
Oh
so
God,
much.
so much
So
lore.
much.
I'm so excited. Like I'm terrified of what we find on the island of the
I
elders,
really
temple
want
of
you
them.
all to explore so much in this game. I just I'm like find everything because I want you all to know everything.
I love how anytime we're closer to like solving something, Bond's face goes like,
Yeah, I'm just so excited. And yeah, I hope you all enjoy the future sessions that are to come.
Oh, no
I'm-
doubt.
I'm so excited. I want to play with this group forever. I want to shift to fucking
Same.
Bangalore for this.
Sadly, I'm the only one in Bangalore.
Oh,
Yeah, I live in
I
Delhi.
used to live in Bangalore. Okay, we
Yeah.
can talk later.
Awesome.
I'm just waiting for Shema to do her thing before we discuss.
Before we,
Oh,
nerd
yeah.
out about this.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Just like Rahul, I know Maitri, you have you might have some shout outs that you'd like to make because I know Shweta is gonna hate me if I'm like, Shweta, talk now. Okay, so
I guess mostly I'm just really excited about being here today. And thank you again for inviting me and for having me. I'm on YouTube if you wanna check that out. Yeah. I play these games. I always forget to actually say what the channel name is. It's Spicy Plays Games. Someone should promote my channel because I'm not doing it. So,
No, but seriously, you should go and check out Matri's channel. She has some
Yes.
amazing discussions. They're so cool, and
She's
I
very
really love it.
talented and very informative.
Yes, definitely.
yes.
If you want to know more people in just the TTRPG space, or just know a little more about different ways to think about mechanics and is it mechanics? Yeah, and just styles of playing with different people, world building, all these things. She has fantastic content on her channel.
Wanna come and talk about my shit all the time because you do it so much better than I ever could.
And she is very disability friendly. She is very queer friendly. She has some fantastic tips on how you manage a table for a neurodivergent group. Definitely worth checking out.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'd also like to give
Stop.
I'd also like to give a shout out to our DMG. Please, okay? Commissions open on Translucent Tiefling. Go get a commission from her if you want any maps, character art.
G and DMG.
G&D. I love that so much. And Kanishka and Shweta, a little more guys, if you want to play with us, come on to Discord. So but awesome players, both are fantastic players, fantastic DMs. They do a lot on on the server as well. So come and check them out. Kanishka
Hang
is
out with us. We're
Yes.
fun. I promise.
we will. We're very accommodating in some ways.
And also, TPK is really good. Everyone should subscribe to it. Grab your friends, grab your family, grab your partner and partner's friends, and contribute to a very inclusive space.
Oh, thank you so much. And just from me, just because this is the last episode of season 2 on another stream I'm on, go check out Girls Run These Worlds. Fantastic community of fan DMs and players, all of them coming together to play a lot of different TTRPGs. I'm playing a barbarian in that campaign called Kalyuka. And this weekend on Sunday around, I think it'll be 7:30 p.m. IST is our finale to season 2. So do go check it out. Wonderful group of women even there. So yeah, it's a huge shout out to that space as well because they're amazing. And thank you to all of you. Oh my God. First episode of BravenBloom, a D&Dames campaign. I'm so excited, Monica. Oh
So
God.
excited.
Thank you so much for so much lore. It was I have a full page, okay, of just lore.
So, feeling so glad right now.
Yeah, and that poem was just such a struck go in the heart. Yeah. So thank you everybody for joining us. I am going to transition now. See you all next Thursday. Good night. Have a good day if it's during the day for you. And bye bye.